All right, it's 2018 and we're a few weeks away from racing season. And I want to just talk a little bit about the process of what it is we're doing. You know, we're constantly adjusting, testing, making adjustments to the bike fit, to the training, to everything. And, you know, it's not just that, it's also things like nutrition and execution and process. We're always talking about these things. And the reality is that when it comes to how you approach things, it's really important to recognize that everything matters. And I think that's perhaps the foundation of what we do here at Semper Porro. You know, it's not just go out and ride your bike and do training. It's also ride your bike, do training, work on nutrition, work on equipment, adjust your bike fit, work on sort of the muscular, skeletal demand relating to flexibility and strength and all of that. We're also working on politics within the sport and tactics and on and on and on. We're focused on every little detail. And that's really important in terms of how you move forward. You know, a lot of times I see people, they take this good enough approach. And that's not at all what I believe. I think that you have to approach things with every little detail in mind and really say, you know, we're going to try to improve everything. And we never have a good enough mentality. Even if we are successful, even if there is winning and, you know, things like that, you still want to just like, what can I do better? What do I need to fix? And always just try to be moving forward. You know, that's something that I've had to work on a lot with Justin. And realistically speaking, that's true of every athlete that I work with. I think most people, they kind of default to being a little lazy. They want to do the least amount of work for the most amount of results. That's kind of human nature. And I get that to a degree, but my mindset, my philosophy, how I push forward is that you really have to focus on everything. Everything matters. You're always working and pushing ahead. And we're going to keep applying that and keep pushing forward as we roll into 2018. It's a little past midnight, and Justin doing work, just grinding away. How goes it?
Good. 7 minutes left.
Breathe. Justin double flatted today, so.
Yeah. I flatted yesterday and ran out of tubes. Was gonna pick up some tubes on the way home from intervals, but my tires had other plans. .307 non-standardized. So I went harder on this one than the first one.
You're feeling good?
Not feeling good, but apparently I have something.
Well, that's how it usually goes.
Yeah. I mean, it always hurts.
It always hurts.
How fast you go. So Jordan, I think the next step for me would be like reverse the phone rule. So I think it should be the opposite, where I have my phone, but I still have to do everything by 6, and if I don't, then it gets taken away for 24 hours.
I think that'd be a good step. We've just been working a lot with Justin on his execution. He really struggles. So we're trying to find a way to get Justin to stay on top of things. And the only thing that motivates Justin really is his phone. But it's also his biggest distraction. He has a tendency to wander off into social media and get lost there. Not do the things that he's supposed to do, like eat or train at a reasonable time.
Yeah.
So what we have set up right now is that he doesn't get his phone at all throughout the day until 6 o'clock. and he doesn't get it for the evening unless he's done everything that he's supposed to do for the day. I actually would prefer that Justin would be able to function with his phone. It is a tool.
Well, so would I, but
but easily distracted, and he needs more discipline. So we're working on that, and we'll keep doing it until he gets it.
All the way from 0.
All right, so we're gonna go do some TT efforts today. Just get some time at speed on the time trial bike. And then we're gonna go out and we're gonna retest actually up Palomar to see where Cory's at. It's been a month and we wanna just kind of check our progress. You know, it's his rest week, and usually rest weeks are a good time to check, you know, where everything is at. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Been doing a lot of work, doing the work well. So really the numbers and stuff we do today should speak for themselves, and we've done the work, so they should be within the ballpark of what we expect them to be.
All right, so just roll out here and to the right, and then left at the stop sign.
Alrighty.
Yo. Okay, so you'll do 5 minutes out that way.
Okay.
Now the key for this is really we're trying to stretch your top end. At a certain point, the only way to put out higher power on the TT bike is to ride at higher power.
Put out higher power. Yeah, but like I said, I felt like with the breathing technique and the better pacing, I was pushing really hard, but I felt like I could have really held on to just a small percentage less than that for a really long period of time.
Yeah.
Historically, that's actually the way my motor's been. Like I remember working with Paul trying to get up 3-minute and 5-minute efforts, and he'd look at my 10-minute and go, your 5-minute and your 20 minutes almost exactly alike. What are you doing? And it's like, I'd work and get the power curve different, but I tend to historically be able to do pretty close to the short efforts.
Yeah.
With just a smidge under, but for a long period of time, just smooth.
All right, just do what you can do. You know, all out, go to the split, and we'll just see where that puts you.
All right.
All right, so out on Palomar, it's been a month since Cory's last power test, and we just kind of want to check in and see where things are at. Out, hear you breathe. Well, that's pretty solid. 438.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I mean, race intensity will bring out more. I was riding hard, but that was a really good sustainable hard. Like the majority of it was seated, so it was very efficient. 438.
Yeah.
And not so much like thrash. So as far as forward speed, it was a very effective 438. So that's be quick for time trials.
Yeah. It's a good test all around. I think we're in a good place. We definitely need to sharpen up a little bit more and keep pushing up, but you know, the season is long and I want to just be super steady with you, so I want you to come in solid but not too razor sharp.
Well, we gained 5 watts in the last couple weeks. We gained another 5 or 6 watts the same way again at a sustainable rate, and then the race brings out a little more intensity. That's your 15 watts right there. Looking for 12 to 15.
Yep, for sure.
It's gonna do it.
Ever forward.
That's right.
All right, so I'm signing Cory to a ProPath contract. It's a little bit interesting because I have up to this point said that I wouldn't take anybody who was older than 20. But Cory sort of breaks the mold a little bit. He has proven that he is a worthy candidate. And so I am offering him ProPath contracts because I believe that we can actually pursue some big objectives. So world championships, hour records, some big things. The work that we've done so far this off season has really produced a lot in terms of power, and there's still a lot more to be gained that we have to work on. So we're changing everything, we're delving into everything, and this just gives us the opportunity to go full throttle without holding back. So it begins. Justin's off to do big gear, and he's got a towel cape to stay warm.
I don't want to put on a jacket because that's too much work to take off.
Yeah,
And this is multi-purpose. I can use it to wipe my sweat off after.